Are we good? Hey, right. Hello, people. How is everybody? I'm gonna stop that. Right. Hello, Ish. Hello, super user. Hello, Jonathan. How you doing? I'm not late this week. Nice. Glad to have you. I might have just changed the setting. Hello, Fireman Sam. How's everybody? Insight 01. Hello. How you doing? George Keenan. Hello. How you doing? Let me just announce the stream because I was editing up till a second ago. All right. Kirshen, hello. Jonathan, glad you're good. Hello, Miss Lav. George, need your input on something? Sure. What's up? There we go. Oh dear. What a day. I think I've spent most of the day on the phone today, so... Hello F7, how you doing? How's your week been? Any interesting tech? Are you moving? What's cracking? Well, as you mentioned, interwebs, or as John mentioned, interwebs. Yeah. Hello, Watson. So, actually, I may as well just talk about it. But I woke up. I go to bed fairly late, so I wake up fairly late as well. So I woke up. I had a shower, whatever, and was ready downstairs at about 11:30. I went to look at my PC, ready to check my emails and notifications and stuff like that. Realized that the internet wasn't working. So that's great. It's always great to wake up with no internet. Turned off the router. Well, I went to the router and it said the usual, your ISP's DHCP is not configured properly. So I was like, great, thanks TalkTalk. Restarted the router, still nothing. Started checking for other people having an issue. Didn't find any overall issues, and I went to check on the TalkTalk page and it said that there was an error, or there was an issue with my connection, obviously, and that I should contact their support. So I started texting their support number, and they said, do you have one of our routers? And I said no, right, because I use a better one. And the text chat said, you'll need to use one of our routers so that I can run tests. Now, there's nothing special about their routers. They're just crap, like cheap routers. So yeah, that was fun. And then I called the line because I couldn't be bothered to talk to this person who wasn't helping me at all. And I spoke to someone in very broken English, who asked the exact same questions, but magically he can run all of the tests. I still told him that it was, an ASUS router, not one of their ones, and he could still run all of the tests. He could still detect the fault. And I expressly told the text chat person that you are lying to me. Yeah. So just to answer a few questions, WAP said, yes, you're right, they can. They don't need that for testing though. ish. Why not use the ISP router simply as a modem, using one's own router after that for one's own network? So the reason I changed to the ASUS DSL AC68U for the modem, router, and everything else is that it almost doubled my internet speed, my real world speed, by switching to the ASUS router modem over the absolutely terrible ISP one. So yeah, that. I've had to deal with them a few times now for customers. Now I have a number for TalkTalk engineer team that's based in the UK. Can I have that number? Because every time I've ever spoken to any of them, they're all from Sri Lanka or India, and it's really difficult to understand them all, especially when they don't, like, not to pick on anyone in particular, but the text chat, I literally couldn't understand a specific message they sent, which was, yes, I do understand, but we have to replace you with a new router from us. We can't run tests and checks. Would the router you have cause it's from not us? So yeah, I got my compensation to my bill this week from BT, and got someone in trouble for saying that that very thing after someone else ran them tests, and I told them I was recording them. Yeah. But yeah, so ish, you have Virgin Media, so went easy mode using the router as a modem. Funny cable, what plugs into it in it. Yeah, fair play. Mine is VDSL, so yeah. Hello Starman, how you doing? Aqua, I want to buy a good cheap gaming PC. What is a good price of £300? I don't think you're gonna find that much for £300. I think even like the AMD Radeon, or even the Ryzen 2200G, I think systems, you're probably looking at more money than that. So I'd probably save up a bit more, Aqua. I think £500 is generally a decent entry point. And George, got my Maximus 10 Apex. Really want the Defiant R6 White, but can't be bothered to wait until the end of the month. I don't want a huge case. So, do you have any suggestions for a small EATX case? What's not big? Anyone got any suggestions in the chat? I would think that I can't think of anything off the top of my head that's not massive. I mean, it's not there, but the Fantex Enthoo Evolve ATX isn't a massive case. I think that still fits EATX. So yeah, I don't think the 400C fits an EATX board though, and I don't think the Meshify C does either. In terms of EATX, it's wider, and iMac 2015. Yeah. Did I miss anything? Oh yeah, Ish says, aren't even consoles more than £300? They struggle with 1080. Yes, generally they are. I mean, hypothetically, if you really want a gaming machine for that sort of price point, consoles do offer a great value for money at that price point. Yeah. There's a few cube ones again, but details on if EATX fits. It's a 4X5 that looks huge. Yeah, the cube cases really aren't that practical. So I'd personally stay away from them. So yeah. I'm still in the hunt for a reasonably priced laptop with an i5 A300H or equivalent or better, mainly for programming. Just can't find that many decent options that don't have a gamer aesthetic. Yeah, fair play. I don't know many brands that do non-gamer aesthetic, but even close to powerful that aren't business laptops and therefore cost £1 million. Xbox One X for £179. Nice. Okay, fair play. And F7, hit me up, bud. I know a guy who is moving house and getting grief from his wife about the amount of PCs he has to move. Dear. Also, hello, Cameron Weston on the Twitch. Nice to have you. Yeah. Post on the Twitter about the stream, since I forgot to do that earlier. Live on Twitch, but not on YouTube, according to, well, YouTube. Is, I think, Stream Health, it says Stream Health is all good. Yeah. I just can't bring myself to buy the black R6 and the white one looks brilliant. Oh, choices. Fair play. I mean, the R6s in general are very nice. I agree that the white one is beautiful. But you could always buy the black one and then paint it white. I've done that. Not that case specifically, and the cases that I have painted have been very bad, but I've learned my lesson. Any good $1,000 gaming laptops you can suggest? MSI G, I think it's GL or GP, those ones, or Asus GL 553, I think it is. The only thing that I've noticed, because I was looking for a friend for a similar price point, none of those laptops that have any sort of decent configuration come with 16 gigs of RAM. And while they should be upgradable in the future, it's something to bear in mind, so bear that in mind. Yeah, it's those MSI GL or GP and the Asus GL like 553, I think, are generally pretty good. I've just got my hands on an Asus GL 70 something or other, 703 or something like that. So we will see about that. Check that one. Oh, is it because I'm actually streaming? Wait. It's just logged me out? Have you guys just been logged out? That's weird. Okay. I don't like it. Anyway, cool. Stein, I'm glad you're here. Yeah, that was weird. It just logged me out and stuff. Cakenaf has subscribed. Thank you for subscribing, Cakenaf. Looking for, quote, a friend, but Andy, you have so many here. And then there's just the RGB Hue company in the meantime. Samsung launching 8K televisions later this year. That'll be interesting to see. I mean, I still don't have 4K, so Currys have a good deal right now on Dell laptop. They'll only get 8 gig of RAM, 7700K and 1070 Ci for 849. That is an impressive value. I'm guessing it's a 77 HQ, but still great setup. RGB, really good, buddy. Oh dear. You guys. Then yeah, 8K them. You'll need 100 meg to download and watch anything. I know, right? Need a gigabit pipe just to watch the stream. Not that this stream would ever be in 8K. Barely in 1080p. I mean, it's the camera is a Logitech C922, I think. C920 Pro, C9. I think it's C922. I did a review of it. I should probably know. But yeah, it's 1080p, 30 FPS. Has anyone been playing with any interesting tech this week? What have I been playing with? Oh, sound cards. Yeah. Do you really want to see people in 8K? No, not really. I struggle to watch 4K on my internet. I mean, yeah, you probably would with you're on TalkTalk as well, right, User? Are you on? No, you said you're on BT. Laptop sound cards, not interesting. So I mean, I have some relatively nice headphones, so to be able to have something to drive them well does actually make a fair bit of difference. I was looking at the Creative Sound Blaster X A5 and the USB Amp DAC G5, both also from Creative, and they're really nice. So Stig Beater, I think I might do a specific video just to cover that explicit topic, but yes, there's a difference. I will have to dig out one of my motherboards that has very good sound stuff on it already, and then do a comparison explicit between that board, like a high-end motherboard, and sound cards, the sound card. But if you're after really good quality audio, and especially if you don't have a high-end motherboard, there is a decent difference. Dark Destroyer, hello. Dark Sheep, yo from Brazil, hello. Inside, do you have any suggestions for amp DAC to drive DT77 Pro 250 ohms? You'd probably want amp and DAC generally, and you can generally get some pretty good combos. I believe actually the Creative Sound Blaster X G5 that I was using should drive those pretty well. I can't remember off the top of my head what I know. Mayflower Electronics do some really nice amp and DACs, so you might want to check those out as well. Do I play Fortnite? Not personally. I have it installed, but mostly for testing stuff. You know, streaming and that sort of thing. But yeah, not personally. Although if you do, if you want a good sound card, then you can get a good sound chipset and motherboard these days, or use a DAC. Yeah. So I mean I think the difference between DAC and amp is that at least for the A5 versus G5 anyway, with the A5 you have a dedicated headphone amp as well as outputs for up to 5.1 surround, so you so you get some really nice quality overall, and obviously that has a DAC as well as amps in it. But an external amp and DAC is also pretty good because it's a little bit more portable. You can use it with more things, and it generally also has a few more inputs. So, yeah. Anyone have suggestions for USB headphones? I'm looking for around dollar potato. I think the Corsair Voids are a little bit over that. They might be in the sort of £70 range, but what are the other ones? Why USB headphones ish? Dark Destroyer, what program do you use to scream? I mean, I'm not Mark Zuckerberg. I don't need a program to do that. Anyway, I use Streamlabs OBS to stream. Stanman, would it be better to buy a high-end motherboard with decent sound than buying a cheaper board and sound card? Potentially yes, but at the same time, if you already have a system, for example, you didn't build the system yourself, you got it from a custom PC builder like Overclocks UK or something like that, and you didn't spec it, or even just when you built it, you didn't really care about audio, but then you came to care a bit more about audio, then it makes a lot more sense to go and buy either a sound card or an amp or DAC instead of trying to upgrade your motherboard just for better audio. And it's probably going to cost less. So, USB audio pass through to a VM. Pulse audio is supposed to send audio from a guest to host, but it isn't working for me. Right. I mean, if you want like trash tier, actually, if you already have headphones, then you can just pick up something. I think it's the Creative Sound Blaster X G1, which is literally just USB to like amp DAC, but super small and relatively cheap. It's probably in that price range. So, I don't think so, Stein. Yes, it's a dongle. Hello, Dan. No worries-ish. And also, hello, Kev. How you doing? How's things? What we're sitting on. I'm gonna refresh this page and hope that it doesn't die. It carried on working, yay! Hey! Hi guys. Oh dear. Well, thank you for letting me know, because I genuinely don't know that it dies until I get comments. So thanks, guys. Stig, you gotta love PCs. I know, right? But yeah, I don't know what happened. I think Streamlabs OBS died, and then YouTube simultaneously died, or maybe they killed each other. Maybe instead of actually streaming, they were just fighting to the death, and then at some point one of them lost, but they were both just so weak that they both died. That's definitely what happened. So are we all good now? Are we all sorted? I'm looking for a 3D printer. Any suggestions? So on the cheap side, the Anet A8 or Prusa i3, they have a lot of options and things that you can then print to make use of them again, kind of thing. But they have they're quite hard to calibrate, so bear that one in mind. And calibration is key, so you need to put in a lot of time to make sure that they are properly calibrated before you try and print stuff, otherwise you will just waste a whole load of filament. So yeah, another thing is that you will want to print a lot of the accessory bits, so like the spool holder that will hold your filament above the extruder head, and new fan like shrouds so that it will blow the air evenly around as opposed to just one way, and little clips to hold the filament out of the way and stuff like that. So yeah, lots of things that I would recommend you get for it, but overall, yeah, it's decent. Fantiz, I'm on an $800 build. Can you help me? Yes, sure. What do you want to do with it? Just gaming and streaming, other stuff on top of that, not gaming at all? What are you after with the system? Rabbits do. And then Andy hit the reset button to see if it all happened again. You're cruel. Yes, I am. So gaming and streaming, your best bet is probably either a Ryzen 2600 or a 1600, whichever one is cheaper, with a B350 motherboard, Gigabyte, MSI, ASUS are all decent. 500 watt power supply with $800, you're probably looking at a GTX 1060 6GB. It's probably the best that you'll get on that. Ideally 16 gigs of RAM, if you can get away with it. Although even though Ryzen does prefer faster RAM, if it saves you a few quid or a few bucks to go with 2133 or 2400 megahertz, then do that. 120 gig boot SSD, whatever you fancy, whatever's cheap, and a 2 terabyte drive, WD Blue or Seagate Barracuda. And if I didn't say it already, 500 watt power supply, decent brand, even just like an EVGA 500B is decent. And then whatever case you fancy. Cooler Master Masterbox 5 Lite, I think, is a decent one. Also, Mad King, please, hello. How's it going? Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. How are you? Any interesting tech this week? Ryzen Intel for future build 2020. I don't know, 2020 is a number of years away, so we'll see what they have to come out with. So yeah. Oh, by the way, my official TechteamGB merch has been posted. Sweet! Which one did you get in the end, a hoodie or a t-shirt? My friend is doing the same thing, but with a $1,000 budget. Do you need a rundown of that? Because I would just say slightly better CPU, slightly better graphics card, so 1070, and actually with $1,000, it's probably with the current pricing. Yeah, so I would say a 1070 and maybe what else? 1070 and a 2700 if you can afford it on the $1,000 budget, but 16 gigs of RAM. Where is your merchandise? Did I leave a link in the description? It's TechteamGB.co.uk/merch. I'm gonna put it in the description. Mad King plays, I'm doing great, thanks. Just a cybersecurity guy, lol. Always interested in helping people stay safe on the internet. Nice one. What's the most interesting thing that you've had to try and fix as a cybersecurity guy? Because I'm sure that you have some amazing stories. Sorry if the keyboard's loud as well. I'ma plug this in the chat too, because why not? Hello RJ, how you doing? How are you this week? I'm okay. Sick, pain, but that's the usual. Have you got your new bike yet? Yes, it arrived on Saturday. I can't ride it though because I don't have a license or insurance or tax, but yeah. Oh dear. Thanks. I think ish. Yeah, ish. Thanks for pointing that out. I'm gonna remove that one. There are loads of scams on the web. Send me £19.99 and I'll tell you all about them. I thought you already had the bike. Yes, I got it on Saturday. But yeah, I don't have a license, tax, or insurance. And in theory, I have to get it restricted as well, which means that I need to take it somewhere without driving it. So I don't know. Fantiz, thank you for subscribing. Have your name on a screen. Apparently that's cool. But I may or may not have read it around my side street, and it's awesome. I just put on my Beats by Dre and Andrew. You started to sound like Barry White. Insight, I haven't got as much experience as I'd like to with things like Focusrite stuff. I do know that the 2i2 is a great bit of kit. I have used one before, but so I would generally recommend that overall, but I don't have any experience with any of the other ones, so I can't give you a proper comparison, I'm afraid. Z-Dog, which case for under 150 US dollars. I think the Fantex M3 Evolve ATX, the standard one, the non-tempered glass one, should be in the in that sort of price range. It might be a couple bucks more if you like, but that is my personal favorite case overall in general. So that one. But yeah. So Mad King Plays says the most interesting thing is actually finding a vulnerability in a kid's toy. Basically, I was able to find the default password on the system and then got access to the whole database, and basically I got rid of the swearing filter. I was also listening to everything that I've said. Internet of Things is honestly the scariest place other than dark web. Wow, that is impressive. See, this is the problem with Internet of Things in general, is that it's just so insecure, and no one ever thinks about it either. Like, there was I think it was a vibrator. It was an internet connected vibrator. Also, goodbye monetization. But for some reason, someone in some level of thinking decided that that was a good idea, and then they wrote you don't have one? Apparently not. Then when they wrote the software for it, they just completely omitted thinking about any level of security at all, and was it the entire database that got leaked? Something like that. Especially when it comes to kids and security devices for them, like nanny cams, disaster waiting to happen. I totally agree. I really like. There's a whole argument to like if you should put got a link. There's a whole argument to whether you should put like trackers on your children or something. Anyway, like there's already an argument of you clearly like if you're that worried about your child, then you should just look after them. You know. But anyway, so forgetting that argument, just like assuming you have a tracker on your child, then just think about like, yes, okay, you can see that data, but so can everyone who works at the company, as well as every like freaking anyone who's not like, if you've not even lightly considered security, then so can literally anyone with an internet connection. Prashanthan, how you doing? I'm not bad, thanks. IoT is just security is lacking. Indeed. How many vibrations per second was it? 5 gigahertz. Wow. Well, it's only a matter of time before Whitehall mandates GPS tracking of all subjects 24/7. Oh god. Oh, opportunities. Wow. This chat. Matt King Plays is followed. Thank you. Thanks for following. We stream every Thursday for about an hour. I'm just chatting the breeze. I've studied a lot about the Internet of Things. Is there anything immediately scary or any products that are currently being sold that you really recommend against? There was an episode of Dark Mirror which is something about that. I mean, as level 1 techs will tell you, Dark Mirror is turning into, like, I think they designed the show to be like, this is the craziest thing that could ever happen, and then it just keeps happening. I recommend against internet connected dildos. I'd agree with you there. Look at the stick figure, I reckon. God damn it. Our office passes have trackers in them. Spent way too long in the bog, and boss knows. Wow. Yeah, that's creepy. Leave it at your desk. um, talk. Yeah, true. And again, he's loving it. MacBook Core 1. Is that you, Dan? Even just pranksters and normal criminals can use stuff for blackmail and sextortion on unwitting adults. Indeed. Bro, just a weird question. I've seen these Android controllers popping up. Do they actually work on Fortnite for mobile? Do you mean the ones that stick on your screen, or do you mean like an actual controller that's like Bluetooth or something? Because if you mean the on-screen ones, and yes, they definitely work with controllers like this. I'm not sure. I haven't played Fortnite on mobile, nor do I have a like Bluetooth controller for my phone, so I haven't tried either. Maybe. Nice one, Luca. Actual controller, fair play. Ah dear. Ooh, they look quite nice, fair play. So yeah, I don't know. In theory, they should, especially because Fortnite is Unreal Engine, and Unreal Engine supports controllers like literally everywhere. So I don't see why not. Can you put all of the stuff in the chat you told me? If not, that's fine. Easiest place to go is if you join the Discord. There's not a link in the description. But there soon will be. If you head to the probably the tech support channel is the easiest one to go by. Then like myself and a load of people can help you out. There's also a cool bot that can help out. Why am I not pressing the right button? That one. Edit invite link. Expires never. Generate new link. Copy. There's the Discord. I'm gonna change that to actual merch now. There you go. Cool bot in the Discord. Yeah, Corp bot. Corp bot's awesome. Let's you play Cards Against Humanity in a private chat. Do you think a headphone amp plus DAC is a silly idea because people at work thought it was? I think they're wrong. No, amp DAC combos are great. Yeah, they do stuff. Are you a Fortnite fan? Stupid question, but I thought I'd ask you. Personally, no. I guess I probably haven't spent enough time in it to really get any sort of level of enjoyment out of it. Because even if you're good at like PUBG or whatever, it is a different game and it is a different style of play. So there is a learning curve to it. But personally, no. I play mostly Rainbow Six Siege and Rocket League with a bit of PUBG and some other games in there in between. Actually, massive recommendation for a game called Her Story. It should still be on sale for literally £2 on Steam. And it is it is a fantastic game. It's all about you kind of finding out about a murder through these video clips, yeah, with an old school like an 80s CRT computer interface, and you have to search for things like search terms, and it's really difficult to find all of the search terms, but and it only lets you display the first 5 when it starts. But yeah, it's I highly recommend you check out the game. It is a fantastic one. I think I've seen Ninja and Shroud and Fuglet and Aculite do very similar things. So yeah, fair play. But another person to be friends with. Well, that's good. I guess most people don't differentiate. Nope. Differentiate the internet from the web, from Facebook, let alone safe passwords. Yes, indeed-ish. You are totally right. The number of times that people have said, let me just go to the internet and then opened only Google or like I thought Facebook was the internet, or you know, stuff like that, is unbelievable. So yeah. Then there's the hacker stealing password databases, spurring Mr. Hunt to start HIBP. Oh god. Sounds like looking for something on Google, finding the correct search term was a pain in the... Oh dear. Oh, Tech News pitched an idea today. We use NVIDIA deep learning tools for oil exploration, pitching how useful it would be to integrate an autonomous driving tech into traditionally human-operated subsea ROVs for early response and monitoring of pipelines. Really, I just want to create a Skynet. Well, not news, just something I thought was cool. Nice job. It's quite cool to see. I try not to create Skynet though, please. Like, please. But yeah, terrible. Also, Z-Dog, sorry, I missed your comment about cases. The H700i is a nice case. I haven't used it myself. It seems to be pretty worth it. Also, hello, Mr. Fat Scotsman. How you doing? Just back from France and with work. It was roasting. It's roasting here, mate. It was 30 degrees today. Hello, Martin. How you doing? Crazy day at work. Nodes down in Kenya, Mexico, Malaysia. Nice. Why are you seeing things Why are you seeing things in the chat on screen, but it's not on YouTube chat? Censorship YouTube? What do you mean? Is there stuff not showing up in the chat box, or do you mean that I'm reading from stuff that's like up here in the chat box? There's a point yet to be made for the past before Google existed. Finding stuff is a pain. With all these connected devices these days, the causes are less accurate to point out. The big bosses met Jensen last year, so if I brown nose enough, maybe. It was that warm, my eyeballs were sweating. Ew. What's missing? Let me check the editor real quick. Sometimes the chat comes up on your screen before the chat window on YouTube, but that's just impressive. I'm not sure what's missing, so I can't tell you that. Matthew's autograph collection. Not sure. Are the temperatures all good? That would be the first thing I would check. Mad King Plays, here's the thing people don't know, 97% of the internet is invisible to pretty much everyone. Mad King Plays also, have you heard about WPA3 being released soon? It will be indeed, but to be honest, WPA3 is just a lot more secure than WPA2, since it was crashing a tool called Hashcat, which uses your GPU power to find the password to passwords. Nice. It should be better. I mean, Wi-Fi in general is generally pretty insecure, so having some better encryption on that would be quite nice to see. Will that mean longer passwords by default, or is that's WPA3 is just a hashing method, right? Or am I just completely talking out of my how would Stein say it? Just hash passwords to MD5, it'll be fine. Yeah, I'm sure it will, buddy. Yeah, why don't you use SHA-1? That'll do. Wi-Fi is so insecure, GDPR has basically made it illegal in offices. Almost zero lag. I know, it's great. I bet Nintendo will never support WPA3 until 2025. Sounds about right. WPA3 uses more bits, right? Fair play. But what would that mean? No, it wouldn't. Fine. Cool. Nice. So if WPA2 is 256-bit, then is WPA3 512, 1000, 2048? Interesting to know. Luca, I know. It's cool. I worked that one out. Oh, Ish didn't know. Oh. Is that a 256-bit key? I would guess so. I think it's double, so 512-bit. Fair play. I mean, more bits the better, right? Elon Musk is more frightened by digital AI than nuclear war. Yeah, because one of them you can control and one of them you can't. Actually, probably a good one. Mad King plays. Root X asks, is WPA symmetric or asymmetric? Have you fixed your PC? Not shutting it down, mine's still doing it. Even change the BIOS. SHA-512 is alright when salted. But when you're using SHA-512, generally people forget to salt them. For the record, what's the difference? Screw you. I'm scared of the dark, that's why I need RGB. Nice. Persuaded the other apprentice at work with I want to work to build a custom PC on payday. Nice. I mean, make sure it doesn't waste all his money, but oh dear, Stein, why? So we might want to establish that it will be asymmetric, but then exchange keys. Yeah, unless the data is all the same letters. Asymmetric, I believe. Making it symmetric will make it easier for systems to bypass the password without an issue. There you go, Dan. It is asymmetric. He doesn't have a GPU because he doesn't game, so he's just going to get a 1050. Fair play. Fair play. Dan, what is it you do all day again? Honestly, I can't spell. It's fine. Neither can I. That's why I'm talking, see? I work around my problems. Dan, Root X. Recently, I feel like a sysadmin. Oh wow, nice. Wikipedia says the new standard use 128-bit encryption in WPA3 personal mode, 192-bit in WPA3 enterprise. Interesting. Sure, Mad King. There you go. You did get repped by the auto mod. I did allow it though. I think it was the P word that you used earlier, Mad King. Matt, hello, how you doing? 256 is just because people like bigger numbers. Of course, but bigger numbers help. Well, I didn't know what GPU you recommended, Tim. Yeah, 1050 is fine. The only code I've written is a bash script. Wikipedia is always wrong. How am I? Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Bit sick, but that's life now. Sorry, not sorry. But yeah, overall not too bad. What have I been playing with this week? I mentioned I was playing with sound cards, which that's done. I just need to do the thumbnail. That's live. So many videos going out. I've got a build guide coming out next Friday, which is cool. Actually, this Friday should be an interesting one. Tomorrow's video is the most sold tech through my Amazon link. It's kind of interesting to see what brands do the best, but also what specific products do the best. So I think you might be interested in that. That's tomorrow night. And then Monday is, should you upgrade your platform? So should you upgrade from a CPU on your current platform? If you've bought like a mid-range, say i5 for example, is it better to go the same generation i7 or a new generation i5? And then on Tuesday there is a new mouse from Coolmaster. Dan, sadly none. You should change that. Mr. M. Brownlee complained to YouTube about thumbnails after watching your stream, Andrew. I wish. Q2 is 21 years old though. Wait, what were we talking about? Oh, Quake 2, right. I'm 21. People still use sound cards. Some. Few, but some. Yes, Ish. You are correct. You got given 20 webcam coverage yesterday. Nice, that's weird. If I've shown you some of the stuff you'd worked on, you might be a bit scared. I had to learn about how signals work and how you can ring someone from one location to another. Had to learn all of that in college. Ooh, don't go into technical stuff. Ish says, I use the heard it from a guy down the pub level of source. Good base, but pinch of salt. I kind of fear to read Tales from Tech Support just in case I unknowingly feature on it. We all do dumb stuff sometimes. That is definitely true. That is definitely true. Hello, Mackenzie. How you doing? Matt, I have an 1800X and XR70F. Nice. Good combo. In terms of RAM, you'd probably want to go for 16 gigs of... it depends how much you want to spend, but I would say no more than 3000 megahertz, and the lowest timings you can get. I think you're on 3000 megahertz. You're probably talking about lowest of CL14, so something like that. But yeah, the 1800X was a bit of a pain, so you might want to try and find RAM that is badged as Ryzen ready. So I think G-Skill Sniper X kits. Some of them are. So yeah, why no more than 3000? Because the 1800X didn't have great stability for higher clock speeds than that. At least in my testing, I have had with the Sniper X kit. I've had it running at 3200 megahertz on an X470 board, and that worked fairly well. But then I've also tried. Actually, I mean that's with 4 DIMMs though. But I've tried with my 1700X on an X370 board with newest BIOS and stuff. Admittedly, with, as I said, 4 DIMMs, but that won't go above 2800 megahertz. So yeah. A lot of money. Yeah. Luca, yes. Bit mad. No worries. The head of a cyber consultancy firm gave us a 30-minute presentation with no presentation. He remembered everything to say, and he told us about a travel company who used Mimecast for emails. Too nasty. I think I do the same thing with the like just rode into the shop subreddit as well, which is like car stuff, because I do my best to maintain my own car, and I enjoy working on it from time to time. Matt King, please. Cool. See you later. Have a nice evening. But yeah, with the just rode into the shop subreddit, it just drives me mad, because for something that hurls people around at, like, 70, 80, 90 miles an hour, the fact that they don't even consider like loud banging noises as a reason to stop, and then their like entire car is wrecked, and then they're like mad at the mechanics for like not preemptively fixing it or something. It's just At least I change the password for every year. I mean, yeah, but no. Oh wow. Stein reminds me at the default admin password at my previous job, they needed a strong password, hence strong 2018. He also said you should put something in relation to the website at the front or end of your passwords, like Facebook equals F password B. Yeah, I would generally say if you don't use something like LastPass, which hypothetically can be hacked, what I would recommend in general for good practice for an everyday person would be think of a phrase. So I don't know, like I love Jenny, my kid, or whatever, right? Like something like that, and then add a modifier for everything. So if it's Facebook, you could put just Facebook and then some numbers, or even throw in numbers in between, so that all you have to do is remember what your phrase is, and then you just look at what website you're on and you go, right, that's it. So yeah. Yeah, if you, as I said, if you don't use a password manager, which most people don't, then that's the easiest way to do it, but still have secure passwords that are different for every website. Yeah, they're good and bad. There's pros and cons to both, but it's kind of up to you if you want to trust them or not. Look at the cybersecurity guy used to work for GCHQ and MI6 and says he writes passwords down. Wow, that's why. Look out, someone's behind you. Oh dear. What a chat. How are we doing? Right. Nice. Any last minute tech any last minute tech stuff? Tech questions? Just a single bit. We talk about roundabouts. Oh, that goes back like 10 streams. GG. You got any questions for Dirt Cheap VPS? Or you got any suggestions for Dirt Cheap VPS? I think actually, Luca, don't you have suggestions for that? Or Wapted? Martin, I agree. Writing your passwords down is actually really safe. You can use totally random passwords and keep your book in a safe place. Yeah, but what happens if you lose that one piece of paper though? Like if you've lost that one book, that one piece of paper, if someone steals it or whatever, like I know obviously stealing it is unlikely, but you know, what if your kid or whatever, or your nephew nicks it to get into your accounts? Like great, but what happens when like that piece of paper goes missing? Then you don't have the password anymore, and then you just have to reset it every time. And if you don't know your password to your email because it's on the piece of paper, then Insight, I'm wondering which phone you're currently using. It is a OnePlus 3T. I really like it. Great. He doesn't write what the passwords are for though. I mean, fair play, but Starman had to buy a motorbike and then not be able to use it. I know, right? Yeah, Dan's already in the Discord, so just jump on tech support, something like that. Just get the iris scanner, someone rip out your eye. Then my wife might find them. Wow. What a chat. Alright. And with that note, I'm going to call it there. Thank you all for tuning in this week. It's been fun. But yeah, we'll catch you all next week. I should also mention before everyone disappears, go check out Kev. He's TechteamGB. He is a lovely patron and also makes cool tech videos. He is TechteamGB. You can check him out in the chat. But yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you all next week. Oh, why? Thank you, Luca. Thanks for the. I guess after YouTube takes some money, about 50p. But no thanks. And of course, I'm your guy. Mate of mine works for BT Security and suggests him. Fair play, fair play. £1.67. Oh, there you go. There you go. You get a dancing zombie, which apparently I still haven't changed, and your name. Anyway, I'll catch you guys next week. See ya.